Hello everybody, welcome to our channel NBA Hoops. Today we are back with another amazing video, so if you like our channel please share and subscribe for more videos. So let's dig in. The Charlotte Hornets are an American professional basketball team based in Charlotte, North Carolina. The Hornets compete in the National Basketball Association, NBA, as a member of the league's Eastern Conference Southeast Division, and play their home games at the Spectrum Center in Uptown Charlotte. The Charlotte Hornets are mainly owned by Basketball Hall of Famer Michael Jordan, who acquired a controlling interest in the team in 2010. 1988 to 2002, original Charlotte Hornets 1985 to 1988, birth of the Hornets in 1985. The NBA was planning to expand by 3 teams by the 1988-89 season, later modified to include a total of 4 expansion teams. George Chin, an entrepreneur from Kannapolis, wanted to bring an NBA team to the Charlotte area, and he assembled a group of prominent local businessmen to head the prospective franchise. 1988 to 1992, early season tickets for the Hornets' inaugural season. The Hornets' first NBA game took place on November 4, 1988, at the Charlotte Coliseum, losing 133-93 to the Cleveland Cavaliers. 4 days later, the team notched its first ever victory over the Los Angeles Clippers, 117-105. 18. On December 23, 1988, the Hornets really give their fans something to cheer about, beating Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls 103-101 in Jordan's first return to North Carolina as a professional. 19. The Hornets finished their inaugural season with a record of 20-62. He left prior to the 1989-90 season. 20. Despite initial concerns that the Coliseum was too big, the Hornets were a runaway hit, leading the NBA in attendance, a feat they would achieve 7 more times in Charlotte. Eventually, the Hornets would sell out 364 consecutive games. 1992 to 1995, Johnson, Morning era. The Hornets were in the lottery again in 1992 and won the 2nd overall pick in the draft, using it to select Georgetown center Alonzo Mourning. Charlotte now had 2 20-10 threats in Johnson and Mourning, who with Kendall Gill, formed perhaps the league's top young trio. The team finished their 5th season at 44-38, their first ever winning record and good enough for the first playoff berth in franchise history. Finishing 5th in the Eastern Conference, the Hornets upset the Boston Celtics in the first round, with Mourning winning the series with a 20-footer in Game 4. 21, however, the Hornets lacked the experience and depth to defeat the New York Knicks, falling in 5 games in the second round. 1995 to 1998, Glenn Rice era. Glenn Rice would make an immediate impact after joining the Hornets, leading the team in scoring and points per game during the 1995-96 season. While Rice and Johnson provided high-powered scoring, Geiger tied with Johnson for the team lead in rebounds, and All-Star guard Kenny Anderson ran the point for the injured Mossy Bogues. The Hornets were competitive but failed to qualify for the playoffs, again finishing with a 41-41 record. Alan Brister resigned at the end of the season, and was replaced by Dave Cowens. 1998 to 2002, final years of original personnel. The 1998-99 season was shortened. The season did not start until February, as the lockout shortened the regular season to only 50 games. Additionally, Glenn Rice was traded to the Lakers for Eddie Jones and Eldon Campbell, and Dave Cowens resigned midway through the season. 29. He was replaced by former Celtics teammate Paul Silas, who became the team's 5th head coach. The team finished with a 26-24 record, but failed to qualify for the playoffs. 2004 to 2014, Charlotte Bobcats. Shortly after the relocation of the team to New Orleans, as well as to avoid a Browns-like lawsuit, the NBA opened itself to the possibility of adding a replacement team in Charlotte for the 2004-05 season, given an arena deal could be reached. 33. Several ownership groups, including one led by former Boston Celtics star Larry Bird, made bids for the franchise. 34. On December 18, 2002, a group led by Bet founder Robert L. Johnson was awarded the franchise. 35. Allowing him to become the first majority African American owner in U.S. major professional sports since the Negro Leagues. 36. The franchise with Johnson as its owner was approved by the NBA Board of Governors on January 10, 2003. 37. Hip-hop artist Nelly became a notable co-owner. 38. The owners paid a $300 million expansion fee to enter the league. 39. 2004 to 2007, return to Charlotte. The Bobcats vs the Dallas Mavericks on November 11, 2005. The Bobcats held their expansion draft on June 22, 2004, picking up youngsters such as Gerald Wallace, Primoz Brzezek, and Jason Capino. Shortly after, they traded with the Los Angeles Clippers to acquire the second pick in the 2004 NBA draft, which they used to select center Emeka Okafor from Connecticut. The Bobcats' inaugural game, and the first of their 2004-05 season, took place on November 4 at the Charlotte Coliseum, and was a 103-96 loss to the Washington Wizards. 45. 2 days later, they won their first game in franchise history over the Orlando Magic. 2007-2010, Larry Brown era front office and coaching were key focuses for the Bobcats during the 2007 off-season. Rod Higgins was hired as general manager. 52, and Sam Vincent was hired as the second head coach in franchise history. 53, in the 2007 NBA draft, Brandon Wright was selected by the Bobcats with the 8th pick. He was subsequently traded to Golden State for Jason Richardson. The Bobcats were unable to capitalize on off-season moves, finishing the 2007-08 season with a 32-50 record. The team struggled amid rumors of players clashing with the coach. 54, after a year, during which he struggled with personnel decisions, Sam Vincent was fired in April 2008. 2009-2010, Michael Jordan's acquisition of the franchise during the off-season. The team picked Gerald Henderson from Duke 12th overall in the 2009 NBA draft. The Bobcats traded Emeka Okafor for New Orleans Hornets center Tyson Chandler, and through more trades acquired Stephen Jackson and Icky Law from the Golden State Warriors. On February 27, 2010, it was announced that Johnson had decided to sell the team to Jordan, allowing Jordan to become the first former NBA player to become majority owner of a franchise. 57. 2010 to 2014. Final years of the Bobcats. Despite the departures of Raymond Felton and Tyson Chandler, the Bobcats hoped to make the playoffs for a second straight season. Following a dismal 9-19 start, Jordan announced that Larry Brown had stepped down as head coach. 60. Paul Silas was hired as their new head coach the same day. The Bobcats sent Wallace to the Portland Trail Blazers and received 2 first-round draft picks, Joel Przybilla, Sean Marks, and Dante Cunningham, also acquiring DJ White and Morris Peterson in a trade with the Thunder. Going down the stretch, injuries to both Stephen Jackson and Tyrese Thomas derailed any chances of Charlotte trying to catch the Indiana Pacers for the 8th spot in the East. In the end, the Bobcats finished the season with a 34-48 record overall, finishing 25-29 under Silas. 2014-present. Return of the Hornets and struggles into playoffs. On May 21, 2013, Jordan officially announced the organization had submitted an application to change the name of the franchise to the Charlotte Hornets for the 2014-15 NBA season, pending a majority vote for approval by the NBA Board of Governors at a meeting in Las Vegas on July 18, 2013. 71. The NBA announced, on July 18, 2013, that it had unanimously approved the rebranding, which would begin upon the conclusion of the 2013-14 season 2020-present LaMelo Ball era on November 18, 2020. The Hornets selected LaMelo Ball with the 3rd overall pick. 99. The Hornets also drafted Vernon Carey Jr. and Grant Riller in the 2nd round of the 2020 NBA draft. 100. On November 29, 2020, the Hornets would acquire Gordon Hayward in a sign-and-trade deal with the Boston Celtics. 101. The Hornets finished the 2020-21 season 10th in the East with an 33-39 overall record. Logos: the Hornets' first logo was a teal and purple anthropomorphic hornet wearing white shoes and gloves dribbling an orange basketball. The words Charlotte Hornets were in teal and curved across the top and bottom of the logo. An alternate logo, used only for the 1988-89 season, featured a large teal letter C, with Charlotte in black letters curved upwards underneath. Inside the C was a smaller white letter H outlined in teal, with a black-colored hornet holding a basketball from bird's eye view placed in the center. The H portion of the logo remained on the warm-ups and waistband of the jerseys until the 1991-92 season.